Hey, it's Clay Trader, and this will be a video chart on ticker symbol TITXF. We will take a look at the 30-minute time frame. Real quick, what do I mean by 30-minute in case maybe you're new to charts? Instead of each one of these candlesticks here representing 1 day's worth of price action, which is what you would normally see, each one represents 30 minutes. So while this here may look like several days worth of time, it's actually just today's price action broken down into 30-minute time slices. I like to this time frame. I think that's a good job of telling the quote-unquote story of the price, and then makes mapping out levels of support and resistance a bit easier to see. I've done this one before in the relatively recent past, so that's where this green line annotation down here is coming from. But want to get things updated here is a pretty crazy day. And from a presentation standpoint, this chart analysis is somewhat tricky because of all the perspective that goes into it. What do I mean by that? Well, if you are a day trader and you bought right there, or maybe you bought right there, or heck, maybe you bought somewhere right around here and you wanted to sell within, 15 minutes of buying, then yeah, for you, the chart's looking pretty rough. Now, if you care about the big picture of things, I get it. There was a pretty big pullback today, but from the big picture, the bulls do still have an opportunity to build an overall higher base, and when you have higher bases being built from a big picture perspective, that's how those long-term uptrends are being constructed. And I'm going to be talking about things from a big picture perspective. So if I sound crazy calling something bullish, my guess would be you just had a different outlook and strategy going into the trade. So from the big picture perspective, the bulls are still in full control because really, namely, for 2 points, which kind of the stars have all aligned right now. But the first point is in regard to the purple line, the purple line, yes, but the green line that I talked about before right there at 46 cents. And then the other part being the purple line, which is the very famous 50-period simple moving average. And sure, they're not exact right now, but I think we both all agree that the purple line and this green line are definitely within the vicinity of one another. And as this level here, if it can continue to hold strong as support, which it's been doing, then think about that, what that would give us from a big picture perspective. If the price continues to, like I said, go sideways and then eventually starts to work its way back upwards, what would you have in this situation here? Well, you'd have a base of lows right there. You'd have this base of lows right there. You'd have this base, I guess you have one right there. You have this one down there. If you picture each one of these as stair steps, well, then from the big picture perspective, the stair steps are still very clearly going in the upwards direction. So yeah, I get it. Like I said, today, the price is pulled back, but today, that's 1 day. Looking at multiple days, which is what we're doing in here, the bulls do still have an opportunity to build that higher base, and that's the name of the game. So if you haven't kind of connected those dots, 46 cents, very important level of support going into tomorrow. So we'll see if the bulls can maintain above it or not.